So, guys, we're truly learning how to play chess, So, you guys are welcome. You're welcome. Here is our chessboards. This is our chessboard, right? So you are welcome to learning how to play chess. I'm teaching Kiddo how to play chess. It's a strategic game, and everybody in real life need to be strategic and also prioritize some things, So sometimes we didn't prioritize wealth over health, but health is an asset we can't get. This is also one thing that chess is teaching us, right? So I will describe the pieces and how they make their moves, right? Then we can kick off from there. Yeah. So as I was saying, now this the way they are, we go by the first smaller soldiers. I call these pieces soldiers. They are 8 in numbers. They are going to be the darker part of the part. Will be arranging the darker one. We have the lighter one, the white colors. We have the darker ones, the black colors. So these are our pawns. They are called pawn. Pawn is spelled P-A-W-N, pawn. So these guys, first of all, are arranged in each of these square. There are about 8 pieces in numbers. So we arrange these guys like this. Okay. And this other one, only the pawns about 80 numbers. Every other piece of the chest or on the chessboard is just 2 pieces. So these are called bishops. We have the white bishop to represent on the lighter lines, the lighter squares, and we have the black bishop to represent only on the darker lines. So we're putting our bishops here, right? And we have another pieces called the rook, and most likely they are as the castle. So the rook and the way they move. After arranging it, I'm going to explain how they move. Okay, so here position the rook on both ends. We have now our king, which is the most targeted piece, and this is our king. So whenever the king is under attack, if the king doesn't really have any legal move to make while under attack, automatically it's a game up. So the king takes this position. Now we have our queen. The queen will be maybe beside the king. Anyhow you can position the king, the queen. Now the queen is the piece of the game that has the most legal move. It can move anywhere at any time, but it won't jump any number or any other piece that is at its front. So it has right to either move diagonally, it can move vertically, it can move horizontally, it can move ahead of any square, in as much as there is no obstacle or restriction restricting its movement. That is how the queen is. It's also one of the most powerful. The queen is the most powerful game, the most powerful piece on the chessboard, because it has power over every other piece, and it moves from anywhere that there is no restriction. So here are our knights. These knights are called also called horses. So like I said, we usually have 2 pieces for other boards or other pieces of the chess, like the characters. The knights are 2, the rooks The rooks are 2, the bishops are just 2, the bishops are 2 2. Then all the pawns are 8 in number. The king is 1, the queen is 1. So we do the same thing over here, and we look at it. So we'll be taking the other moves from here too. Right now, we'll come back to this arrangement, following it orderly. Now this is our what? Our rook. Our rook, the way, so I'll be doing the explanation of how it moves over here. When you have your rook, your rook can move vertically. Your rook can move what? Vertically, like this, and it can also as well move horizontally. But there must be no restriction. In as much as there's no restriction here, the rook can, that's the castle, can move horizontally, and if there's no restriction at its front like this, it can as well move what? Vertically. So that is the only two way the rook moves. Now we come to the bishop. We have 2 bishops, like I said. One is on the lighter part, and one on what? On the darker square. So the way the bishop moves is just diagonally, and it must be on the square. If the bishops like this, it can either move straight diagonally, and you bring it backward, diagonally, you bring it backward. And this one on this lighter part, on this lighter square, must always remain on the lighter square. Let's take for instance now, there is no restriction on this whole area. So the rook, the bishop has right to go directly to take up this man. You understand? In as much as there is no restriction on the diagonal parts on its move, there is no legal restriction, so it can move legally like that. So we drop it back. Same thing goes to the darker square of the bishop on the darker square. What is expected is, if there is no restriction on this path, it just goes directly to the opponent and take it out. So that is how it is done. It's a very strategic game. And now we come to our knights. We have our knights. The knight is the only game that has the legal power to jump on an L shape. So what it does is, you calculate your L, the way L is drawn. So let's say you count 3 of the squares, 1, 2, 3, and this other one in junction with the last one gives you an L. So if for instance now there is a game here, maybe this pawn is over here, this pawn is here now, and there is no restriction, there is no other game on this other square to form your L, your knight can as well jump to form L. You can put it in this direction, you can as well put it in this direction, but the movement it legally operates on is L shape. No other thing, no square, no diagonal, no vertical, no horizontal movement, just L shape. You understand? L shape. So yeah, hello, I greet you, Punama. Miss Punama, you're welcome from wherever you're watching from. You can just tell us, type it on the comment section wherever you're watching from. And chess is a very interesting game. I'm here to teach you. I will guide you if you're a lover of chess, and I will teach you from the very scratch to a very good height, and how you also practicalize it in your real life. So welcome guys, share the link, subscribe and comment. So this is our knight. The knight is on L movement, always on L. If you have formed you took your first movement from here to give us an L, you can as well from here move again, 1, 2, 3, and you move down the sword, your right hand part, to form an L. Anywhere possible an L. You can form an L without restriction, anywhere possible, right? So same thing goes to the other knight, because we have 2 pieces of knight. always L. You count your 1, 2, 3, then you make the other square to complete it. Just L shape. It's a simple mathematics, simple alphabetical spelling of symbol of L. Yeah, the alphabetical symbol of L. So now we come to the most powerful piece, which is the queen. The way the queen moves, it has right to move. It has power, a legal power to move anywhere, in as much as there is no restriction before it. So let's say our queen wants to move right now. Okay, so it can move vertically, it can move horizontally, it can even move from this horizontal. Now, if there is no restriction over here, if there is no restriction over here, it can as well move and stop here. Immediately this guy leaves here, even the pawn leaves here to this guy, to the square ahead of it, the queen has right. Let's say my opponent is the one that has his queen here. Okay, so this queen from this direction without restriction on this path can from here and take up this man. Most of our military personnel today, they are very strategic. Chess is one of the things that boosted their brain. So that's the spirit. So you can live from anywhere. That's the queen. The queen moves in as much as there is no restriction. The queen moves around, right? So we come to the king, which is the most targeted piece, because once the king is on attack, the game is about to end. So there's something called checkmate. But before I come to that term of chess, let me explain the movement of the king and the movement of the pawns. Okay, so the king moves one square at a time. One square at a time. It can move here, it can move under. When it's attacked, it does not jump, it does not travel far. The king does not go far away from its palace. Same thing goes to the kings of a particular kingdom. They hardly travel out. They are always within their kingdom to protect their kingdom. So that is the same scenario we're painting here. The king doesn't move far, just one square. Even if kings travel out, they don't stay too long. They come back to their domain. You understand? So the king on this board is just one square at a time. One square at a time. If maybe there's an opponent here now, automatically, if this king doesn't move from this point, it's already under attack by checkmate, regardless of how small the pound is. The pawn can take out this man like this. You understand? And the game is over. But in order not to allow this small pawns to take over the king, so what the king does, the king change direction one square ahead. The king can also leave from here to this place and give a little distance. The king can also leave from this point, initial point where it is, and come to this point. So it can go anywhere within. You understand me? So it moves from places to places, and it just keep moving one square at a time. That is how the king moves. That is the movement of the king. Now we come to the pawns. How the pawns move. The pawn are the only game that has 8 pieces in number. It has 8 pieces in number, just 8 pieces in number. So the pawn has a dramatic kind of movement, and this is why I said it's dramatic. The first movement of the pawn can jump 2 steps, two square, right? So the first movement can go 2 square at a time. It can either be 1 square at a time, or you do a 2 square movement at a time. This is how the pawn moves. Then when there is an opponent before the pawn. Let's say there's an opponent over here. This other opponent is facing diagonally on the part of the pawn. The pawn can as well take it out. It's only on this condition of attacking another opponent that the pawn moves diagonally. Do you understand? Is your mind here? So now let's say there is an opponent also diagonally, the way it is positioned on this board, and maybe you fail to realize that you are under attack. What happens next? This man can as well take out this guy. You see, it's very simple. Just take your mind down. Chess is one of the sweetest game you can learn. It's an intellectual game. It's a game of it boosts your brain. It helps your thinking grow faster. Like chess is one of the game I love so much. I can be on the chessboard for 10 hours. You understand? Because it's a game of a real life scenario. You can practice it in real life. So on this condition, like I said, the first movement of the pawn, it can either be on the first, it can either be on one square without jumping. You can also decide to, take 2 steps at a time. But after this 2-step jump, it won't repeat again. That's the only privilege it has. Just that first time it's about to move. So I've moved this one 2 steps. Let me say it's my turn to play again. Maybe my opponent now played 1 step. I can decide again to what? Move another 2 steps. You understand? My opponent decided to play here again. I've seen that this is like, an attack before me. So in order for him not to attack me first, and I have the opportunity to play again, I can just take it out. You understand? So let me also now give another illustration. Okay, I have played. My opponent now played 1 step. There is a game here, there is a game here. And he refused to attack this man. Then I now take 2 steps here. I want to now tell you how to use what? Your knight, your bishop. Your bishop. This is your bishop over here. This bishop has the wholesome right of moving down to this point and take out this man. Because there is no restriction on that path, and the bishop moves only diagonally. Moves only what? Diagonally. So in that pattern of diagonal movements, which is its own legal way of moving, it will just leave this point. You see, there is no restriction on this square parts. So the bishop can just move down and take out this man and position here. Now, this bishop is what? Under attack, on condition that maybe I have a game here. So if you don't want to lose your bishop, what will you do? You may not decide what to attack, to take this my guy here, because in as much as this bishop is on this position now and I have my pawn here, you can realize, will you agree with me that I moved this one only 1 step? It was just here and I moved it only 1 step. So if my bishop now goes back here, I've taken out this bishop. So this is just the way to play chess. The more you practice it, the more you get better at it. So let us now do a checkmate. What can give us a game over? Let's take, for instance, these pawns, they are no longer here. All right. And I have an L here. That my knight is here. I have a queen in this direction. Then at this point already, even without the queen coming this far, if this queen is over here, where because there is no restriction here, it's already on checkmate. It's already on check, right? So let's say this guy now decides to perhaps this knight was here. Then the king now decides to take a move, one square move. Perhaps I have this my game here. This pawn is already checking this queen and this king. So let's say the king now lives here, but my queen is still here. My queen hasn't moved. Let me say for one reason, I now have a chance to move as it is like this. This king has totally surrendered, because even when it moves back here, the queen will take it out. If it move here, the queen will take it out. If it remains here, the pawn will take it out. This is another scenario. And let me paint another scenario too. Let's say this queen is back to its domain. We have our king here. We have our king here. And now I do an L movement. I do an L movement of my knight. My knight was here. This is my knight on this point. And I do an L to bring it down here. So the next turn of my movement, if this my opponent didn't realize that the king is under checkmate, my next turn rather, if I'm to move this knight from this point back to this position of this king, automatically I've taken out the king. So it's a checkmate. So you understand. So this is actually how to play chess. As you keep practicing, you will be more you'll be more proficient at it. So maybe we should just try one at. Let us just play one to carry out what we have learned. So Kiddo is on the board with me now. So I'm going first. This is my pawns. Like I said, the pawn can go 2 steps at a time. You can do 1, you can do 2. I move here again. I do here. I move here. I think Kiddo is learning faster. Let's see how it goes. I move here. I move here. Can we play? So automatically I've taken that. Yeah, that's lovely. Kiddo is learning. Which one do you play? Okay. So Kiddo will improve gradually. He's just giving me the thing to continue eating It's a gradual process.
So you know if you move two from here.
No, that's only on your first movement.
I never move. I never move two.
No, this one was here now. You have moved one. You have moved one. It's only on the first movement
Okay, that you can do
that
two.
you can do two. You played, right? Okay. Yes. So I purposely did that because I want you to know that this man can as well take out this game. No, it cannot.
Why?
This movement now, this man can only come here when this my guy is here. That's the only way it can go diagonally. Yes, but hold on, I want to explain something. So in as much as there is opposition here, it cannot also come here. But this one now, the way it is now, this queen being here is a loophole. This queen can take out this man. So now, as you also like this now, this my king is under check. You see this king now, there is no restriction here, it's under check. So what I will do is to save this king, I will just take it to this point. You understand? So if you now decide to, no, you can as well leave there. You can decide to eat up this guy.
Okay. I feel like.
If you want to, you understand? So this one, it was here, right? It was here. So I now take it here. If you now eat it again, I can keep this one here for you. By the time you strike this one, I will now eat that. I will now take out your queen. Because this place, there's an opponent here for me to strike. So this one cannot be under check again. You understand? So I keep my game here. You have played, right? You return back. Yes, you can reverse back if you want to reverse back.
Play.
So you've taken one of my bishop or one of my rook. All right. So I'm playing this one. I've played. I've played. Should have played, but you didn't play. So I can as well take out this guy. Yes, yes. You can play that way. Okay. This one goes only on white's direction. I'm playing here. I'm playing here. Yes, that goes not like that. It's working for you. So now, well, we're moving. I've played here. Okay, I've played here. That one goes only diagonally or go like, but this one now can eat this one because there is no restriction. This one can as well eat this one because there is no restriction. Either this one can eat this one or this one can eat this one because there is no restriction. No, it must be diagonal.
Okay.
This one and this one only moves diagonally.
Okay.
Fine. As this like this now, this guy is an opponent. I've taken it as because there is no restriction.
So what of this one?
It can only be vertical or horizontal. This one now, either vertical like this or horizontal. But there is opposite. There's an opponent here. Your own game is stand as restriction here, so you cannot take out this one.
Okay.
If there is no
Okay.
restriction now like this, it can come down. That is why this one could move because there is no restriction.
So this one can is only just
No,
horizontal.
only diagonal,
Oh.
like that. Now we have played. So right now, because of this my game here, this man is on check. So you cannot play that game. You keep back the game. So you look for another game to play. You understand me? Because this man now, this one is the one protecting this guy here, the king. So you now play. How did you play? This one
Yes,
only moves L, only L. You can play like this now. Only L is like this. Or no, it cannot be like this. It can be like this.
Okay.
Because you're coming from this direction. So my game is I played. No. Only single. The only thing that makes it move diagonal is only when there is an opponent. So now I'm taking this guy out because this one has power to move. This one is under check. So you change the position of this man. This one can come here. He can come here. One square at a time. No, your king is under check. Your king is on check. This man is checking your king. So you move this king away from where it is now. It can't jump. I explain this thing to you. From here, you come to this place or you come to this place. It can only be on square. Okay. I can still check it, but I wouldn't want to check it. So if not for this obstacle, if not for this restriction, this would have been an opportunity for you to take out this man. Yes.
So the king cannot move like
it can't move. Just one step at a time. One square. One square. It doesn't move more than one square. This is L now. You see where it is. I've moved it from here to this place.
So this one cannot kill it.
This one now, the way it is, this one now can kill it. Only diagonally. So now, only diagonally, that one moves. So you play. Diagonally, Oga. Only diagonally. It's only diagonally.
So okay.
If you play like that, I'll play like this now. I'm taking it. So you play another game. So what I will do now, I've played.
The queen too can move like this.
Queen can move like this now.
And also straight.
There's an obstacle. This man is standing as an obstacle, but the queen can move anywhere there's space, anywhere there's freedom for it to move. This one can as well change the position here. This one can as well move here away. Because presently now, this queen, see this queen now, this thing is checkmating this thing. So you need to move it away from that point. So now I can either hit this guy.
King cannot
The king cannot come back.
and kill the queen.
Yes, now. Oh, now you check. So I play here. It must be L. It must be L. Oh. That one will be diagonal like this. Like this. Straight like this. Change the position. You cannot stay there. And no, it was here. It's either here, here. One step. You cannot jump step. Now, if you're putting it here, it's jumping step.
So this checkmate.
It's checkmating.
Well,
Let me look for another game that will tackle this thing now.
so I can kill this one like this.
You play like that. If you play like that, this one will take it out.
Um,
This one takes it out. So anytime this one comes to this place, automatically it will become a key. You understand? It becomes, I can give it any number. And this one can as well move straight here
to become a
to check the king.
okay.
You understand? So I have played.
So if I still play,
If you move here now, I can move here. You cannot check it, but I'll be moving about. Let's say it was here now. I can come to this place. So it's not under check again. So now you can play that one. I can play like this.
you forgive me, crown the king now.
Even if I crown you, let's say you are here now. Abi?
Oh,
Okay, no, I cannot.
Yeah, no
I
problem,
cannot.
kill it.
No, hold on. I cannot because immediately it comes here. This one is still checking it.
so how about this one? Can this
No,
one kill it?
let's say I crown you now.
I know now, but this one too can kill it now.
No, this one is your game now.
I say once you enter here now, even if this one
Yes.
check it, but this one can kill it.
Even if so, like this now, the way it is, hold on. Let's say I crown this thing. Automatically, you have won the game. Can you really understand?
Mm.
Because I can either, even if I move here, this one is checking, this one is checking.
Yeah, I don't win.
So this one is under what? Attack.
So I don't win.
So it becomes a game over.
You don't kill and crown me now. I don't win.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
teaching you. I'm explaining to you. Even that I'm explaining to you now, I won't play like this.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that
Case of next time.
no, you're learning. Even if you come back to this board now, you won't understand this game till maybe you don't play like 5 to 10 times. You understand? So coming to this place now, because I can crown anything. This thing is here. Automatically, diagonally, except maybe and I give you a bishop, but since you already have your two bishops, if maybe it was a bishop that is here now, let me take this my white one as the bishop. This is only when I can even kill this one, because it's a bishop, and bishop movement is just vertical and horizontal. You understand? But let us also give another example. Maybe you did not request for a queen, you requested for what? A bishop. Sorry, a bishop, not a rook. So this one too, I cannot kill it. This one is already checkmating it diagonally. And if I move here, this guy is here. The only thing I can do for not to be checkmate, is to move here. You understand? Now when I move here, you can decide to come. I cannot even move here. I cannot move here because it's still under check like this. It's still like this. Because this one is diagonal, only on this part. This one can come here. This is only the saving ground for this guy. He cannot take this one. Here I won't go again. Here is under attack. If I come back to this place, you're coming to this place. So now so call the run. You cannot draw this one closer. If I put it here, this one is checking. This one is checking. If I move, come. So that is part of what the game, and that is how you checkmate the king. So what this is telling us in real life scenario is to be what's very, very strategic and watchful in business, in real life. Always know how to prioritize things. You understand? Hope you guys enjoy the game.
42.
Cheers, guys. So we'll be closing now till we meet again. Be gathering this thing. It's an interesting game. Chess is an interesting game. Yeah, you can close it. Put it on the